Hello pretties, it's Angela here, and today's video is going to be our first monthly double color challenge video for 2023 for the month of January. And if you followed along with our challenge last year, thank you so much. I hope that you'll continue to join in with this challenge this year, or if you haven't done so already, if you'd like to start, perfect time to start. So for January, what we do is each month we have a color theme, a metal choice, and a project type, and then we have another fun element column that's optional, but it is encouraged to try to include something that's on that fun element as well. So this month we have our colors are red and pink, so we have to use red and pink. We can choose between silver or rose gold. We can make a purse or a book bag charm. And the fun optional element is charms and dangles. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I did today. We're actually do it together because I'm making it up on the fly. So I have an idea, but I don't know how it's going to come out. I like to do it with y'all. Next month, if you want to follow along for February, the colors are going to be a Kelly green, like a true green, a bright green, and either white or clear. Metal choice will be silver or gold. We'll be making earrings, and if you'd like to incorporate clovers or some kind of good luck charm, like horseshoe or anything that's kind of like luck related. So okay, let me go ahead and move this out the way. Oh, I'm sorry. I forget sometimes this may be your first time watching it. I know there was a lot of people that watched it last year, the challenges, and are continuing on this year. But if this is your first time seeing it, what we do is, like I said, I explained how the challenge works. But each month we upload our videos on YouTube on the 15th. And I also have a Facebook group, which I will have the link for the group down below in the comments in the description box. If you're not on YouTube and you don't make videos, that's perfectly fine. Join in anyway. We'd love to have you. I'd love to see your projects, your finished projects. You can go to that Facebook group, and in the Facebook group, I will have an album. And on the 15th of the month, after I upload my video, I will go ahead and put my picture of my project in there. And then under that picture in the comments, go ahead and put your picture as well of your projects. It definitely inspires a lot of people and gives everybody ideas, and that's what it's all about. It's about learning and sharing and just having fun with it. Okay, so what we're going to make today is a purse charm. And first of all, and I'll show you what I did for this, but I went ahead, I got my purse charm, my keychain part out that you can very easily, it's got a big clasp to connect to my purse. And it already had a key ring on it, and it already had this little piece of chain on there, so I'm going to go ahead and utilize that. But what I did was I made a tassel out of this suede, and what I did was, it was very simple to do. That's the only part I went ahead and did before, because I wanted to make sure I was going to use it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, I have this suede cording, and I just kind of like to hold my fingers spread out. Wrap it around as many times or as however thick you want your tassel. I think I did mine 6 times around. And then you just cut this piece off here. And then you will take your looped part and cut it in the middle. So this is going to be your tassel part. And then all I did was I looped it through the keychain. I put all of these through the keychain. And then took my end pieces and looped them through like you tie in a shoelace, and I pulled it through and made my tassel, and it made a knot at the top, which is what this did. So I just put those through, held on to my loop, and tucked those pieces in, pulled it through tight to make a knot, and that was my tassel. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to utilize that chain in the front here. I'm going to put it towards the front. I'm sure it'll flop all around, but I wanted it to the front of my tassel. Like I said, I'm sure it'll flip. Okay, so here it is to the front of the tassel, and what I'm going to do now is I went ahead and got out, I don't know exactly what I'm using yet, but we'll figure it out. So I have some red and pink Kishi beads. I did grab out some little red beads that I had in my bead soup. And I had these little metal charms in my bead soup. I had this head pin in there. So I just pulled out some little things that I think I might use. I have some of these red and a few fuchsia pink acrylic beads. I'm not sure if I'm going to use those yet. We'll see. I pulled out some little fuchsia glass check flowers. These were from Sam's Bead Box. I had 3 of them. So this is a good kind of project for that, to use things that you don't have a whole lot. That's why I went to grab my bead soup and got some little red pieces. Then, oh, I see these are double holes, so I probably won't use these red ones. So I'm going to have to find something else red. Or I could just use some of the Hishishi beads, and then I do have some red here. So, and then I had a pink mix, also from Sam's Bead Box. It was a check glass bead mix with some pinks in it. So I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and dump some of this out and see what we can use out of that. Oh. All right. And let me see if I have anything else red right here behind me. I do have some of these from Sam's Bead Box. They're little red rondelles, so we may be able to use some of those. All right. And then I have some chain. And this is just a big linked curb chain that I believe I got from, what you call it? I gotta think. It'll come to me, I think. BB Craft. That's where it came from. BB Craft. So anyway, I'm going to use this to put on my dangles, I think. I may not need to, because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this. This is a chandelier earring finding, or you can make it a pendant finding. Well, today we're going to make it a purse charm finding. And what I figured I would do is, normally I do use chain, and that's why I pulled it out, but I think I'm going to use this. What you can do is you can also, I'm not going to do it today, but normally when I make purse charms, I use this really big link chain, and then I'll put a bunch of different, lengths, like maybe 6 links, and then a couple of 6 links, a couple of 5, a couple of 4, and attach all of those with a jump ring, and then just start attaching dangles. But I wanted to do something a little bit different today. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get a jump ring. Let me get a jump ring. And I am going to attach that jump ring to my earring finding. I mean my, chandelier finding. It's not going to be an earring finding today. All right, and so we're just going to attach that to that bottom link of the chain. And the reason I left this chain on is because when it dangles, I want you to be able to see the tassel, and I want this to be in the front with my dangles coming down. So I think what I'm going to do is I have some head pins. Now I know I got my head pins out. Where are they at? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I put them back. All right, here we go. I have some head pins. These are from, I believe, AliExpress. So they don't come perfectly straight, and that's okay. You can straighten them out some. But I think I'm going to start with my middle link right here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and let's try to do let's do a little ladybug. I have one little ladybug. So this is all just creativity, just freeform. Maybe let me open up these little Hishi beads and see how they look. They're probably not going to look right on top of that little ladybug. Let's see. Maybe we can put a little heart in between. I have a little silver heart. That would be cute. And maybe let's see something pink. Let me look in this little bowl over here. Maybe this little pink. Okay, so we have some pink. And let's go with I think the Hishi beads are going to be too big on here with this type of beads that I have. Yeah, I think it's going to be too big. So we'll have to wait and possibly maybe use those on another link. What is this one? This little crackled bead. Should I put something else red in between? Maybe something else red. So this, again, is just all being creative, playing with your beads to see how you want them stacked. And so I think that is pretty, and I think that'll be long enough. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my one-step looper tool. And I'm going to use the 1.5 millimeter loop. This is a very handy little tool. I absolutely love it. I know some people like it, some people don't. I actually just really love it. Now, sometimes, I didn't want to get too close to that bead because it's crystal and I didn't want to break it. So you just have to close it, loop it closed a little bit more if you want, you know, just to make sure. Now, if you were going to open it, it wouldn't matter, but I'm going to use a jump ring to attach it. So I went ahead and made sure that that little loop was closed. I'm going to get the smallest little jump ring that I can get because I don't want to add too much length. And then I am going to just open my jump ring. When you open a jump ring, just make sure that you're opening it towards you and away from you rather than pulling apart, because you will misshapen your jump ring and you won't get it to go back nicely. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and put that link, put our charm, or dangle, so to speak, onto our, I might have to open it just a little bit more, on the middle link of our chandelier finding. Now I know I opened it more. My hands aren't wanting to cooperate this morning. Oh, okay, let me grab it a little bit further over. There we go. All right, and then we're just going to close that jump ring back up. Make sure that it's closed tightly because we don't want it to fall off. And then we have our first little link coming down. So see how pretty that is? It's like right in front of the tassel. And like I said, I'm sure it's going to move all around, but we have one here. And then let's go ahead and make something else. Now, I grabbed out head pins, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip off the very bottom of this one to make it an eye pin, because I know I have eye pins somewhere, but this is another way that if you don't have eye pins and you just have head pins, it's not an issue. You just snip off that bottom little piece, use your one-step looper and make a little loop on one end, and now you'll have an eye pin. I'm going to make sure that that's closed good. And now you have an eye pin. So what I'm going to do is, I think for these four, I'm going to use these little charms at the bottom of it to let them dangle. So we will build upon this here. And let's see, I'm trying to open these little red ones to see if I'm going to use some of these little red rondelles. And I may want to use one of these flowers on another one. Let's see. And let's see. All right, so I think, let's check out some of these Hishi beads, if this will work on here. Let's see how they look. Let's go ahead and put a couple of pinks, maybe 3 pink. All right, and then maybe one of these rondelles, the red ones. It's kind of small. Let's see what else we have red. Maybe one of these. That sits nicer on there. And then maybe, what else do we have in here? Maybe one of these pink ovals beads. All right. Or should I put some Hishi beads in between that? Maybe I should put a few more Hishi beads. Maybe put 3 more in between there. and a pink. All right. Like I said, these head pins, but not that straight. Oh, so okay, my I gotta be careful with that because my little he should be popped off at this bottom one. I pulled it a little bit too tight. So I think what I'm gonna do is, since one came off of there, I'll just do two. Maybe that's my sign to just use two in between. And once I have my little pendant dangle thing at the bottom, it should be fine. But I just pulled it too. I pulled this pink bead down to a little bit too tight. All right. There we go. Keep pushing it up. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to use my one-step looper to make a loop on the other end. Okay, just make sure it's closed really good. I'm going to get a little jump ring. Put a couple right there. This one's already open, so I'm going to use this one. Okay, I'm going to put this on here. Put this one on this side and close it up. Make sure your jump ring is closed really good. Okay. I'm just going to pinch it together to make sure that it's closed. This one was open already, so it's giving me a little bit more of a harder time to close it. I should have used one that was already completely closed. I just want to make sure it's okay. So I'm just going to kind of wiggle it back and forth and make sure that it was really good and closed. All right, and then I'm going to get another little jump ring so that I can put my charm on the bottom of that eye pin now. So we have a little dangle from the bottom. And let's see. I'm going to go ahead and open that up. Which one do I want on this one here? Let's do the little bird. Alright, we can get that little bird on there and put it at the bottom of our eye pin down here. Goodness, everything is all right, got it through there, and then I'm just going to close that one up really well. All right, and that one's closed. So now we have two of our little dangles done. Super cute. Let's work on another one. So I'm going to get another, I'm not going to use this one, it's really bent. I could straighten it out with, well, let me straighten it out for the next one. I'll show you how to do that. All right, this one we're going to also need to snip off the bottom of that head pin. And I'm going to use my one-step looper again to make a loop on the end of that. I'm going to make sure it's flat and that it's closed tightly. And now I can start putting my beads on. So this time I think I'm going to start with a pink. And let's see. Oh, look, I got a little pink flower. How cute is that? Like I said, this is really, really good. If you finish, whenever you finish with a project, you know, and you don't have many beads left, I throw them in a little drawer, and then I will use them for projects like this, where you don't need to have all the same beads for a project. I'm looking for the hole in this little booger. Let's see. Well, I don't see it, so you know what? We're gonna find another little bead. I don't know if I have a little flower in there or not. But this one's pretty. It's kind of like a, don't tell me and none of these are gonna work. Wow. Let's see. Well, I'm not fighting with them, that's for sure. Okay. Maybe this one I thought I saw a bigger hole. Okay, finally, we got one. So that one's pretty. It's kind of got the variated lines in it. It looks like a little cloudy pillow bead, pinks and whites. And then I may put one of these on top. And let's see what else we can use. I wonder if this is going to be too big. Let's see if we want to use any of these. No, that's not bad. I like that. Okay, so we'll use that, and then maybe we'll put another one of these red ones. And I think that's going to be good. And then we'll put a charm on the bottom dangling. All right, so I'm getting my looper tool out again so I can close that off and make a loop. Okay, just going to make sure that that loop is flat and closed. Really good. And it is. Get a couple of more jump rings. All right, here's one. So we're going to open our jump ring. I hope everybody's having a blessed new year so far, and continue to have a very good new year. And hopefully 2023 will be a better year for all of us than 2022. All right, and we'll go ahead and close that one up. Make sure it's closed really good. And then, I'm really liking this. It's something different. Like I said, I always usually just use the chain and put a whole bunch of dangles from the chain, but I thought I'd try something different. All right, let's see. Take another jump ring. And we're going to open this one up, if I can get it. I'm telling you, my hands are not working this morning. All right. Open that up. And let's put I think I'm going to put a shorter one on this side. I was going to use a dragonfly, but I think I'm going to use a dragonfly on the end. So we're just going to connect our little fleur-de-lis charm. I used the fleur-de-lis. And make sure that that jump ring is nice and closed. Okay. And that's it so far. We have three dangles so far. And we have 2 more to go. All right, so this eye pin, if I wanted to, I have these nylon pliers that you can straighten it if need be. And so you can take those and just straighten them. I'm going to hold it with my pliers on this end and give me a little bit better grip. And then you just take your nylon pliers and run it up with that. And it will straighten your eye pin out, a head pin. And then, like I said, I'm going to use the clippers to make this into an eye pin by just snipping off the little end, closing up the circle. I'm going to flatten it, and I'm going to make sure that it's closed, just like that. Okay. And I do like the smaller loops. That's why I'm using the 1.5 millimeter loop. Because this is not, there's no need for like big loops. I don't want to add extra length. All right, so let's try and use one of these really pretty fuchsia pink flowers. I think that'll be pretty with a little dragonfly hanging from it. Maybe one of these little rondelles, and then maybe one of these pink beads, pink crystal. Very pretty. Very simple yet pretty. Okay, turn it around. All right, I'm gonna put it through here. Make my loop. Again, make sure it's closed. Grab a couple of more jump rings. Okay, I'll put my jump ring on and put it on the end here. And close up that jump ring really good. Then I'm gonna get my other little jump ring and put my charm on. Okay. All right, got it through there, and close up the jump ring. All right, we have one more. Look how pretty that is. And it's going to look really pretty hanging in front of our tassel. It gives you that extra little element behind it. Very pretty. All right, so we have one more to go. Put that down and grab another head pin. All right, snip off that little end. Make sure it's flattened and closed. All right. And then on this one, I think I'm going to use this really pretty check red glass flower. If it fits on my pin. Let's see. Come on. All right, let's try the other side. All we have to do is just get it down there a little bit, and then I can pull it through with the pliers. There we go. And hopefully not break it. We don't want to break it. There we go. Got it on that eye pin. All right, and then let's see, maybe a little, is this a little, I was trying to see if I had any more of those flowers. Those little flower ones. But I don't see one. But I do have this really pretty one, and this is the only one I've seen in the bag like that. It's pink. It's clear with the pink line. So that's different. And then maybe we'll put one of these little red ones. And maybe one of these. If that one, there we go, it went on. So there's a different little variety of beads. I'm going to go ahead and close that off now. All right. Going to make sure it's flat and closed. And I need 2 more jump rings. 1 and 2. Okay. Get this one. And put it on the other side over here. Close it up really good, and then we're going to put our last little dangle on. And I have this little swirly charm. If you're not a member in the Facebook group, definitely check it out. I have de-stash sales in the group, and I just finished running a really big after New Year sale, and so I did some live sales, which I don't leave the live sales up because usually a lot of the stuff that I show is actually gone after the live sale. But I will be posting some new pictures into the albums or onto the page to show y'all. So if you're interested in buying some really pretty beads, things like this, you know, definitely join that Facebook group. All right, ladies, so there we go. We have it all on the chandelier fonding, and then it lays really pretty in front of that tassel, and that's the purse charm. I think it really came out nice. It's something different. I haven't done it this way before, but I really like it. I'll definitely lay it out and get a better picture of it for you and put that in the album in the Facebook group so that you can comment with your projects underneath it, because I'd love to see those finished projects. But I just think this is fun with all the little cute, almost kind of like nature-ish themed. I kind of went with the ladybug and the bird and the flowers and the dragonfly and things like that. So very pretty. I'm going to put this on my purse for sure. I really like it. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you will share your projects with everyone, and so we can get some inspiration and creativity from you. If you would, if you haven't yet, please click a thumbs up, click the like button for me, and also subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Share this channel with a friend that likes to do jewelry, or that maybe get some inspiration from us. And also, when you do your project, if you do post it on YouTube, make sure to use the hashtag Pirate Pretties Jewelry Challenge. And if you type that in, you will be able to see everybody's videos that uploaded on the 15th. And you can also see the projects from last year as well. So thanks everybody for watching. Can't wait to see your projects. I hope everybody has a blessed and happy new year, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.